We're during a Chamber of Commerce event here at the Broadway Cinema, and we're using the time very nicely actually to catch up with all sorts of other showbiz people, and I really mean that. Lynda, who does props, and we've caught up with you before, but
Yeah.
you're always travelling, you're always busy in the Hollywood business as well, and HBO's been calling you.
Yes, I just got back from New Orleans doing an HBO television show which will start airing next February called True Detective with Matthew McConaughey and Woody Harrelson. And I was there for 8 months. And yeah, it was crazy, but really good fun and very busy. Big cop show.
And this is all the props again. That is your job to sort it all.
Yeah, so I'm there right from prep, where we source everything and either rent or build or buy, and then the day-to-day handling of them with the actors and working with the actors and the director and the writer to make sure, especially on this particular one where there were various props that needed to be developed. There's a journal that had to be made, and then there's a what we referred to as the beautiful mind room, which is one of those crazy rooms with thousands of pictures and information all over the walls, and so all that had to be gathered and built and made, along with the guns and the regular police stuff. And about 350 crime scenes we created, where we took real 20 to 25-year-old blonde girls and made them look dead, and then threw them naked in parks and streams and ditches and did crime scene photos.
Is it quite often the fact that a good prop person, no one actually probably notices their work, their day-to-day stuff, because it's just seamless and it just goes along? But if someone gets something wrong, it's the wrong setting or it's the wrong era, all hell breaks loose with some fans or something.
Well, we do get, there are letters to IMDb with the gaffes and those kind of things, but we do... our prop stuff does get seen so much more than like regular set decorating or production designing, which is what I've been doing a lot here with Man in Shorts, because it's actually the things that they insert and they look at really closely, so if they're not right, it's really obvious.
Now, 100 films now have been made on the Isle of Man, and they're sort of big celebrations. You've been involved in some of those?
I've been involved in some of them, some early on, because my prop house specialises in Americana. It's generally only anything that's American story based, so I did a lot of stuff early on with like The Walker and Big Nothing, but I work with a lot of films at Pinewood and Warner Brothers all through Europe, so that's why I moved the props primarily to Manchester now, so they're at Media City.
And what do you make on this whole thing of the Isle of Man and Pinewood? I mean, what's your opinion?
I think, there's two different things. there's the investment in Pinewood, which I think is a brilliant idea, because the taxpayers can see a solid investment and can see a physical return, because it's an investment in a company as opposed to an investment in a film, which is much less, has the potential to be very lucrative or not lucrative at all. So it's less of a gamble. The film fund is something different, and that's, they're taking a gamble, but that's what filmmaking's about, and some you win and some you lose.
But I mean, do you think, therefore, knowing a bit about the business, it was a shrewd move, or was it?
I think it's a very shrewd move, because I think that being part of Pinewood means that Isle of Man film, with the film fund, can use their investment to make films at Pinewood. Pinewood can, they can work as a hand in hand. So that makes a lot of sense. And also with Pinewood's expansion now to Georgia, and they're planning to build a big stage in Atlanta. Georgia's incentives are really incredible, their tax incentives. And that too makes tremendous sense, because a lot of films that come to here or come to the UK, the American studio films, now we'll have one central place where all the money filters through, rather than having lots of different entities involved, so that the beginning of the movie may well just be 1 or 2 cards as opposed to 50 cards of all the different people involved in the financing of the project.
As long as your name's in there, you're happy.
Yeah, my name's never at the front. Much as I'd like it to be, it's usually at the back.
Okay. But based on the Isle of Man, still find it good to be here as a base?
Yes, I like to come back. And I like to come back because it's a beautiful place and it's where my home is. But I also like to come back and do work with Man in Shorts and do the shorts, and because I like to be involved in that sort of young eager group. You know, it's a refreshing change from the old jaded group who pay me a lot more money.
Anyway, good luck, and we'll talk again at the 200th film or whatever, or
yes.
Maybe you'll get a big gig over here, Americana film.
I would love that. I would love that. That would be really brilliant, because then I could stay home and work.